Hello guys, welcome to Dr. Class. In the journey to understand the prokaryotic cell, we will look on the so many facts related with the prokaryotes. We will look on the envelope system like genetic materials like flagella, their classification and so on. Now we are going to end up this journey with discussing the ribosome and inclusion body. Yes, so let's get started. We will start with the ribosome first. So the question is, what is ribosome? So ribosomes are nothing but the molecules which are made up by protein plus ribosomal RNA, which is the rRNA. Clear? Protein is also known as the ribosomal protein. Now, you are aware with one particular thing, that the ribosome is the universal organelle. It means it is present under the prokaryotes, but it is also present in the eukaryotes. Now, you have to understand that the prokaryotic cell and the eukaryotic cell, they are different in the composition of the ribosome. In the ribosome of prokaryotics, the protein amount is about 40%, where the rRNA or ribosomal RNA amount is 60%. But in the eukaryotic, these amounts are vice versa. So the prokaryotic ribosomes are made up by 40% of the proteins and the 60% of ribosomal unit. This is all about the one subunit of a ribosome. In the reality, the functional ribosome is made up by two subunits. What these two subunits? The first one is the large subunit and the second one is the small subunit. In the case of prokaryote, the large subunit is made up by the 50S and the small subunit is made up by the 30S, but ultimately it will result into the 70S. Why? Because during the joining process or during they bind together, the space which is occupied, the space which is free during the individual existence, it will occupy by the small unit member. So the ultimate size will be reduced than the sum total of these two individual subunits. Now understand that whenever they bind together, for that particular reason they need a set of enzyme, and the name of these enzymes are the ribofourin 1 and 2. So ribofourin 1 and 2, these are the enzymes which are requirable, which are needed for the binding of the large subunit to small subunit. So this was the structure of ribosome. Now let's look on the functions of ribosomes. Ribosomes are basically known as the protein factory of cell. It is the protein factory of cell. Why? Because without ribosomes, the protein synthesis will not take place. Why? Because the ribosome or rRNA is work as a catalyst for this particular process. During the protein synthesis, there are three RNA takes place or take part. They are the mRNA, which is the messenger RNA, rRNA stand for the ribosomal RNA, and the tRNA, which represent the transporter RNA, in which the ribosome bind with the thread of the mRNA like this. So now here what happened, the amino acid will carried out by the transporter RNA and it will lead to the formation of polypeptide chain. We will understand this whole reaction which is known as the transcription in the class 12. Here you have to also understand that the ribosomes are present at the level of cell membrane in the prokaryotic cell, where the cell membrane itself work as a mRNA. Now many of the time what we see, that the ribosomes are bind with the mRNA in a very large number. So whenever a large number of ribosome joined with the mRNA, then the structure is called as the polysome or polyribosome. Then the structure should be called as the polysome or polyribosome. So here this is the polysome, or you can say polyribosome, and there are the formation of polypeptide takes place. So this is the protein synthesis. So protein synthesis is very important function for any cell, because a protein is the prime component of our cytoskeleton. That's why the ribosomes are very important for any cell, whether they are the prokaryotic or the eukaryotic. The ribosomes is our protein factory of cell. So this is all related with the ribosome. Now let's look on the NCERT, that what NCERT tells about the ribosome. So NCERT tell us about the ribosome, that is the ribosomes of the prokaryotes, they are associated with the plasma membrane. Another thing is the size of the ribosome is about 15 to 20 nanometer, and they are made up of two subunits, small and the large subunit, which is made up of 30S and the 50S, and they bind together and represent us as a 70S. But whenever there are several ribosomes attached with the mRNA, then it is the chain is known as what? The polyribosome or a polysome. So these are all the MCQs. So you have to remember this MCQs or these facts very carefully. So let us understand the facts related with the inclusion body. Now, what is the inclusion body? Bacteria are the unicellular organism. They need food, but there are so many situations where they does not get any kind of food, or let's assume that this particular bacteria is in the place where there is no food. So what they will do, they will store some food for the harsh conditions, and that stored material is known as the inclusion body. So what are the inclusion body they compose? The first one is a phosphate granule. They store the polyphosphate. They store polyphosphate molecules. Okay, some bacteria also have the sulfur granule, which are the storage of the sulfur. The another one is the cyanophycean granule. So what are the cyanophycean granules? Cyanophycean granules are the starch granules. The third one is the glycogen granule. As the name suggests, it is the glycogen storing granule. Now, these three are the common inclusion body present in almost all the bacteria. But there is one more thing, which is the gas vacuole. Here I put some stars because it is the important MCQ. Gas vacuoles are present inside the photosynthetic bacteria like a cyanobacteria. Very important. Why? This is the cell of a cyanobacteria under which we find some hollow free space, right? We find some bag filled with the air, and that is known as the gas vacuoles. Why? The gas vacuoles are so important because by the gas vacuole they can float on the surface of water and they get a sufficient amount of photon energy. So for the buoyancy, for the stability of buoyancy, they need the gas vacuole. So this is the talk related with the inclusion body. Now let's look on the NCERT, that what NCERT says. The inclusion bodies are the reserve material in the prokaryotes. These are the reserve material which are in the form of what? Which are in the form of phosphate granule, cyanophycean granule, glycogen granule in the common bacteria. But in the purple or green photosynthetic bacteria, what we find? We find some gas vacuoles. Here one very important thing you have to remember, that these granules are just float freely inside the cytoplasmic material. They are non-bounded by the membrane. You have to remember this, right? They are non-bounded by any membrane, so they are freely float under the cytoplasm. And you can say that if they does not cover their DNA material or genetic material, then how they will just cover their inclusion body. So it not makes sense, right? So basically this is all about the inclusion body. Now let us understand and look on some questions. So what are the questions? The first one is the type of ribosomes found in the prokaryotes are. So these are the options, right? You can pause the screen and give answer. I think this question is very easy, and the answer should be B, that is the 70S type of ribosome, which is made up by two subunits, 50S and the 30S. Now let us look on the second question. Read the given statement and select the correct option. So these are the options. You can pause the screen and give answer. So the statement 1 says that the prokaryotes mitochondria are absent. In the prokaryotes mitochondria are absent. Obviously this one is the right sentence. In the prokaryotes, mesosomes are present in which help in the respiration. Obviously, Why? Because mesosome consists the respiratory enzyme and which is responsible for the respiration. But does it make any sense that the second statement is the explanation for the first one? No. Why? Because the mesosome is the independent structure present in the bacteria. There is no relation with the mitochondria at all, right? So basically these two sentences are very separate from each other. So the answer should be B, and the answer is both statement 1 and 2 are correct, but the statement 2 is not the correct explanation of the statement 1. So here we are finishing with this two topic. Now let us understand what prokaryotics look like, because we understand all the aspect of prokaryotes. Now let's look some brief overview of the prokaryotes. So in initial sessions we will understand there are various type of bacteria according to their shape, and there are three envelope system present, or you can say tri-envelope system was present. The inner one is the cell membrane, so this one is the cell membrane. The second one is a cell wall, which is made up by the peptidoglycans, so this is the cell wall. The third one is a capsule, and over the cell wall what we find the fimbriae, which are helpful for the sticking with the host tissue. And another appendage is the flagella, which is made up of 3 subunits and like a basal body who can filament, and it is the structure for the locomotion. Also we will look upon the nucleoid region, which is the main genetic material, under which we also found some small plasmids, which are small circular extra nucleoidal DNA, and we also look on the ribosome and inclusion body in this particular session. So here we are finishing with all the understanding related with the prokaryotes. If you like our video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So thank you. Jai Hind.